Hello guys, in this video let's understand DDoS protection. So we will understand below concepts in detail. So first we will understand what is DOS, that is denial of service, and then we will understand what is DDoS, that is distributed denial of service. And after that we will understand DDoS for virtual network, and then we will understand DDoS for IP address. So basically guys, in Azure we have these two options for DDoS. And then we will understand how to configure DDoS protection in Azure, and finally we will understand how to configure DDoS protection for web app, that is how to configure DDoS protection for an application gateway. So guys, if you see the screen, we have our web app, and as on today it is working fine. And let's say there is a hacker who wants to bring our web app down, right? So this is a device or public IP of this hacker. So basically what he will do is, within a short period of time he will send huge number of requests to our web app. So our web app, it may not be able to handle this huge number of requests and it may go down. But guys, the solution for this type of attack is really simple. So basically what we do is, for this public IP, that is the requests which are coming from this device, we can simply apply rate limit, or the better is we can simply block this IP address. So our problem is solved. And this type of attack, it is called denial of service. And as you can guess, hacker is actually not getting anything from this type of attack, and so he goes for distributed denial of service, that is DDoS. So what this hacker will do is, instead of sending requests from one single device or from one single public IP, he will send requests from multiple devices, that is from multiple public IP addresses. So if you can see, the requests are coming from this device, from this device, from this device, and like that. And now guys, that's the problem, and that is distributed denial of service. And now guys, there will be genuine users as well, right? Those who will be sending requests to our web app. Let's say this is a genuine user. So we should be able to identify that which are the requests from genuine users, that is legitimate users, and which are the requests from hacker, right? And now guys, you can understand it might be difficult to handle this DDoS attack, because we may not be able to distinguish which are the requests from genuine users and which are the requests from this hacker. And for this we have DDoS protection plan in Azure. Now guys, in Azure for DDoS we have two options, that is DDoS for virtual network and DDoS for IP address. So again, IP address, it is public IP. Now guys, as you can guess, DDoS protection for VNet, that means we can simply attach this DDoS protection to this VNet, right? That means all the resources within this VNet which have public IP, those will be protected from DDoS. On the other hand, again, DDoS protection for IP, that means this DDoS protection, it will be applicable to that particular public IP only, that is to that particular resource which has a public IP. So for example, we can apply to VM, or we can again apply to application gateway. Again, as you can guess, this is not applicable to the VNet under which this VM or this application gateway is residing. So again, it is specific to that public IP. Now guys, you may have a question, when we should use this for VNet and when we should use it for IP. So again, we should use it for VNet when we have large number of resources with public IP which we want to protect, okay? And let's say if we have a smaller setup, and let's say we have hardly 1, 2 or 3 resources with public IP, then in that case we should use DDoS protection for IP, okay? And now guys, let's quickly understand how we can configure DDoS protection in Azure. So guys, it's really simple. So first we should create DDoS protection plan. And then we should attach this DDoS protection plan to the VNet or to the public IP which we want to secure. So basically that's it guys. And then this DDoS protection plan, it will work behind the scenes to protect our VNet or to protect our Azure resources. And now finally let's understand how we can configure DDoS protection plan for web app, that is for application gateway. And again, as you can guess, we will create application gateway and we will put it in a VNet, and we will simply attach this DDoS protection plan to this VNet. Or the second option, again as you can guess, this application gateway, it will have public IP. So we can simply attach this DDoS protection plan to this application gateway itself. So again, it is simple and quite straightforward. And finally guys, let's see a demo. So basically, I will not actually create DDoS protection plan, but I will show you how we can create and use DDoS protection plan. So it's because DDoS protection plan is quite costly. Okay. So basically guys, you will simply select this DDoS protection plan. That is, we are creating new DDoS protection plan. Let's say create. So again, we have to select resource group. We have to give name to this DDoS protection plan, and basically that's it. And then we can go to the virtual network where we have our application gateway deployed, and under that we can click this DDoS protection. We can enable it. And from this drop down, we should select the DDoS protection plan which we just created, and then we just need to click on save. So that's it. So basically here we assigned DDoS protection to a virtual network. But let's say if we want to assign it to a particular IP address, then let's say this is public IP address for our application gateway. So again, we are under overview, and let's go down, and basically can you see this protect IP address? And here we can attach that DDoS protection plan to this public IP address. So that's it guys. Thanks for listening.